Okay, we welcome back again for mobile electronic diagnostic for this BMW 2008 X5. We come back here to see, again, this is a video, the second video. Okay, if you remember, when we go to digital motor, we check we have crankshaft signal only. But we go back and we go to and we go back to where? Let's go back to gear selector switch. We have this fault. Gear selector switch cannot be reset. Interlock E faulty. Interlock E faulty. Okay, interlock E faulty, and you see here is blinking. The first one is a little bit different. The first code, we don't have all this. So now let me go back to see the transmission, what it say. Read fault on the transmission. Engine signal, we know that is a crankshaft signal. And then position information line, LIN from GS. Incorrect signal from gear selector switch. Transmission position sensor. Wow. Message LIN from GS. Message CAN from GS. Error received EGS transmission. So there is no communication between the transmission and the gear selector switch. Wow. Okay. I gotta clear those codes to see if they can come back. Engine signal. Engine signal, that means engine signal is no camshaft signal, no crank, no cam signal. Okay, let me go now to see what we have again in the transmission. Fault codes. Nothing, but here is still blinking. Before, we don't have these blinks. Do you think that is better to see if we can code it? Gear selector switch cannot be reset. Okay, that code is very weird. On the transmission again, fault code, nothing. But it say cannot get cannot get reset. So what do you need to do now? I'm gonna bring my other tools and I will try to see if I can code this gear selector switch. Because if you go back and you go to module information, you may get a different VIN number. Bosch hardware, next. Chassis number L021972. I don't know what that L021972. Maybe I have to code it so that I return it to the original one. And if still I have the code, so that means we have to look for it deeply and see why we have this issue. So the next step is I have to code this gear selector and see if we still have this problem. Okay, we are back now. I left the autologic as it is because I tried to code it with the autologic. It doesn't work. But based on the diagnostic and the information I got is say that if the valve body, the communication between this module and the transmission control module, they are communicating together. For any problem, if the transmission control module is no good, it will shut down this shift control module, or it will give you a code for shift interlock code problem. Let me try to go and see if I can just use use this tools which is called AutoHex, and see if I will be able to code the shift interlock and then see if that code gonna go away. If it's not, I believe we have to drop the valve body and look at it from there, because from the beginning this car have a transmission issue. That's what I'm trying to say. From the beginning, it has a transmission issue. The car will not move. It's hard to move, and it's acting funny. Now, with that code, the shifter doesn't want to move. That means it's already getting issue within the valve body and the shift control module. I'm just gonna try to go inside, code the shift control module, code it to the VIN number that we have it, but that will not change the problem. So it is not the shifter itself is the problem. The shifter could be good. The problem could be something wrong with the transmission valve body that creating all this issue for us. The dealer tools, it say replace the shift control module, but based on the information I got it from technicians that they working on BMW a lot transmissions, it look like the valve body itself or the interior transmission issue. Just try to go inside here, go to gear, select the switch, and try to code it, and we take it from there. Okay, now I'm gonna go to programming and coding. This is E70. The VIN number is ending with 71. So I'm gonna go to, cannot calculate module, maybe. Okay, we connect to the internet. Internet is good. Let me see. You must have internet. Let me go down to one thing here. Take this. The shop. I get out of emergency one. So now I am in my individual programming. I'm supposed to be communicating now, but it look like this car have an issue with the transmission. So let me go to gear, select switch. GWS, I believe is the top. I don't know why comparing to each others. Here is normal and updated. So I'm gonna go out, coding, individual coding. I will go to individual coding. Hopefully this is clear. I will go to individual coding and see if I can code it. Here, select the switch. Why you want to code it? You see here, the VIN number is ending with 890. I will code it. As soon as I code it, that VIN number is supposed to change. LZ47890. Supposed to change to you see now 971. This is the right VIN number. Now I'm gonna go out. I'll go out again. Let me go to diagnose. X5 E70. gear selector will not go out of the gear because the transmission itself, the transmission valve body is no good. And the communication get interrupted, so the computer could easily give you something else. Sometimes you go with the manufacturer recommendation, but believe me or not, you have to get some technician or some other people outside with you opinion and take it from there. So we have to deal with the transmission and with the crankshaft sensor in this car. So I'm gonna go to control unit. We go to transmission, for code in the transmission, engine signal, message line, LIN from message, LIN from GWS. Gear selector switch, we don't have no message. And the message is coming from inside the transmission to this one. So if the message is interrupted somewhere from the transmission because the transmission is no good, it will create this problem. I gotta go back. I will go to transmission itself. Message from the gear. Okay, let me go back. Okay, I'm gonna keep this code first from the engine. DME crankshaft sensor. No, I'm looking for transmission. For code. It's a message for LIN from GWS. And also, where is the gear selector switch? This one here. Interlock faulty. He say interlock faulty, interlock E faulty, A8E. The conclusion of this job, I believe, do not go and change this switch because the problem could be inside the transmission. The problem could be inside the transmission. So we are going to leave this one here. Thank you for watching. All the diagnosis based on the communication line between this module, it's coming through the transmission and the transmission is not seeing it. So it will give you a code that interlock switch, but most of the time could be the valve body is not good, creating all this problem. We're gonna take the valve body out, check it out and see what needs to be done, and we take it from there. If you have it or any information, please give it to us, and see you in another video. This is Muhammad Idris. Please subscribe, share and like, and see you in another video. Assalamu alaikum.